Yeah, hi Nancy. I've got a few questions here for you. And the first one is, how did you get into and discover biodynamic craniosacral therapy?
Yeah, I started out, I've always sort of been drawn to natural health, both personally for myself. And then, when I was looking at careers, started chiropractic school. And that's really where I heard about craniosacral therapy. And I did do some upledger training. And, I was still in chiropractic school. And I was kind of disappointed in that. I just felt like, it was a sort of a very superficial fix and intro to healing. And then a friend introduced me to biodynamic, and Franklyn was coming to Boulder to teach a course. So
Ah,
that sounded great. And I did that, and I really didn't know that much about it. But honestly, really from the very beginning, it really did just speak to something that I felt deep inside. It was quite compatible with the yoga training that I study, and
mm,
the whole idea of health and innate intelligence, and that dwells within you. And there's something inside that's facilitated with biodynamic work that really resonated with my feeling of getting to the source of health.
wonderful. And did Franklin teach a lot of that training?
Did Franklin what?
Teach a lot of the training.
Taught the whole thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. How
He taught the
amazing.
whole thing. Yeah, it was a huge class. We had a number of um, his previous students that were teaching, and it was right at the time when he was kind of going through a transition, more biodynamic. So he brought them on all on as tutors to bring them up to speed with where he was at. But yeah, it was interesting. It was a good class. Lots of Rolfers who loved to debate with him, and yeah, so that was, and then it was 9/11. That was, sort of when our last seminar was going to be. So that was postponed a year. And so we all got together for the final class. And yeah, I
Great.
was living in Singapore at the time, so flying back and forth to Boulder, and it was great. So I started incorporating it into my practice then. And yeah, I really loved it. Even at the beginning, of course, I wasn't very good. And over the years, though, deeper and deeper. And then I met you in 2008
Mm,
and got started with the teacher training. And that's really when my practice and my skills, deepened and took off.
wonderful. Great story. Here's my second question. What do you notice happens with your clients?
Yeah, so with my clients, yeah, lots of things happen, but I think the most profound and the most common thing is a deep sense of relaxation that they feel. And this is something they can feel. And when their system starts to wind down, they really notice that. So that's something that's quite remarkable. And then beyond that, there have been some, really great moments of things really resolving on the spot. I have one kind of miracle case of a woman came in and she had some cognitive things and pressure in her head and had
Mm,
a scan and was diagnosed with hydrocephalus,
oh boy.
and they saw there was a blockage and the cerebral spinal fluid wasn't draining. And so she wanted to try some cranial work. So, it was, I think, on the second session that her neck was really twisted. So I was holding at the suboccipital area. This whole fascia pattern unraveled and things opened up. And, I saw her a few more times after that. And then she went back for a reevaluation and there was no sign of it whatsoever.
Oh my
And here
goodness.
she was scheduled for surgery to shunt that CSF out of
Mm,
her brain. So
yeah.
I love that story. It's, seemingly a miracle, but when you understand the physiology and where the membranes are, it's like, okay, that's sort of, I don't know, not normal, but it's, something that really can happen when the fascia relaxes. And
Yeah, great story. Thank you. And question number 3, what aspect of BCST most excites you?
I guess when there's those moments, and yeah, maybe not that often, but when everything sort of comes together and dropping deeply into a stillness where the client is there as well, both of us feel it, and it's a really profound feeling of joy and bliss that comes through. And it's really hard to even describe, and afterwards, there's no words, but both the client and myself are really held in that space for a while, and it's something. And yeah, so when I think about what we are really working with, that force of creation, honestly, that universal life force energy that animates everything, it's like totally awesome. And that's what really excites me.
Thanks, Nancy. That was really great.